So once again, Hoop fans, Lori Shepard coming to you.
We're going to talk a lot about fantasy football rankings. I want to give the biggest shout out to high school sports.
Belly cut the defender, gets the ball, and it falls at the buzzer!
And we're live.
And we're live. Oh, as I'm reaching for my football. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome into the kickoff. Another show kicked off on Four Quarters Facebook page, Aired Out Facebook page, and please subscribe to us on YouTube. It is free. The more the merrier.
Right?
Not your local cast of characters here. We got CB and I, the originals, but we're missing our sidekick, the third. Is umpiring up at Farwell tonight.
At least they can get some games in.
We're hoping, fingers are crossed, poor Jody will probably get there, and it'll probably get rained out because for this wonderful Central Vermont League, Women's League, I've bragged about them. I always will. 14 teams in the league. We play on 3 fields, CB. Farwell, doubleheader nights always. 2 fields in Waterbury, and there are no fields in Waterbury right now.
Yeah.
So the sad thing is, again, it's happened 2 summers in a row. We know that. But I walked the fields on Monday with Lindsay Davis, and they look like a puzzle.
Ooh.
It's the only way I could describe it.
With just like cracks.
Cracks, and they're about an inch thick, the cracks, and then it's about 2 inches thick. And you can pull it up easily, peel it perfectly, and then you can see the infield underneath.
Oh, no.
Lindsay did a great job last year getting the fields ready for us. She did say worse this year than last because it's taken a hit twice now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as I digress, my point is we could still play on Farwell, but now it rains.
All the time.
It's Vermont, and we get softball if we're lucky for 3 months.
Yeah.
June, July, August. We start in May if we're lucky, and it's raining. So hopefully Wheels will get to the field. She'll get her 2 games in umpiring.
Yeah.
She's going to be playing tomorrow night. So she's either playing, umpiring, and we miss her like crazy. But I'm going to throw it to CB, who's going to do some shout-outs for Wheels, right?
Oh, yeah. A couple.
You good to go with that?
Yeah, I'm going to do the adoption stuff first.
Okay.
So because this puppy that we have today, guys.
Do you think Karen's listening if she is?
Oh, absolutely. She called dibs, I think. But she's up for grabs. So we have Mia. She's 5 to 6 months old. Again, coming out from Golden Hugs. She is in the New England area. She is a little shy at first, so she does require some warm-up reps.
She's just a baby.
She's just a little baby. And she is looking for a point guard who can teach her the play. So a more confident dog that can, give her some confidence as well.
Absolutely.
But guys, and she's like 90% potty trained. She's crate trained. And she looks like she's just the sweetest little girl.
Can you tell Frank that she's potty trained?
I could, but Sophie is not what I would call a confident dog.
So you're saying Freya might be a little bit better in this setting?
Maybe. Sophie,
Maybe, but
Sophie
she's a little overconfident too.
Yeah, that might be a little overwhelming for Mia. But yeah, so two shout outs via Jody. And the first one is that the WNBA All-Star Game was this past Saturday.
Ding, ding.
And they had a record 3.4 million viewers. And I think and the previous record was 1.4 million.
Shattered it.
Yep. For comparison, the NBA All-Star Game was like 4-point-something million. So they're right up there.
Right.
And it was a fun game to watch.
It really was.
It was so fun. To see like Asia and Brianna and Stewie on the court at the same time playing for the same team is scary, man.
Right. It is scary. So Jody and I, Wheels and I took the WNBA All-Star team and we got the 5.5 points. Were you surprised that the U.S. lost? The Olympic team?
No, I'm not actually, because the WNBA All-Star team was packed.
You couldn't go wrong with either team.
No, not at all.
I know you and I talked about this at work, and I want to make sure I got it right. Agumbawali, who made her statement that she is one of the top
She's
six
a bucket.
players in the league,
She's a bucket.
not going to the Olympics. Were you the one that said to me she declined?
So she
What
took
you know.
herself, from what I know, she took herself out of the running to make the
Okay.
Olympic team. I think, it might have been the same case 4 years ago, where 4 years ago she was in it, and then this time she just decided to, stay out of it. But man, and all of her points were scored in the second half.
Yeah.
It was just swish
Yeah,
after
she was
swish. It
outstanding.
was amazing.
I can still see the shot she hit at Notre Dame to win the national championship.
She
Wasn't
is.
an easy shot, but the girl. I'm trying. Who has a better jump shot in the W right now? Inescu, Agumbawale, Jewel Lloyd.
Agumbawale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know
I
how
mean,
I am
Jewel,
with Jewel
Lloyd
Lloyd's.
is probably second.
Yeah.
Because she has her, like all players, she's got her on and off nights.
Yeah.
Ionescu's shot has been off this
Yeah.
this
And
first
she's
half.
just starting to get there. Like she's
Yeah.
redefining her game. In,
Right.
I think her third year. And she's going to get better and better.
Oh yeah, she's got her
gonna take that
floater.
same-
Her floater's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
The threes are just not coming down for her yet.
I don't like to compare.
Yeah.
But I do compare Inescu and Steph Curry. Just the
Absolutely.
steps they took year
Yep.
to year. Their type of game is very similar.
Absolutely.
Nobody more. You want the ball in their hands
Nope.
at the end of the game.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it was a fun game.
Yep.
You have a shout out for
Alicia Gray, who won both the 3-point contest and the skills challenge.
Yep.
And that was on the same night, and she was toast. She was
Yeah.
tired at the end of the 3-point. I wanted Jonquel Jones looked really good on the
Right.
3-point. I was
Right.
rooting for a big to win it because I love Jonquel Jones's shot. It's so smooth.
Yep. For a big
For
too.
big, her 3-point. She's got what's the other big? Who's the other big? I can't think of her name. She also has a really great 3-point shot.
What team? Because now I'm blank too.
Is she on
Jonquel Jones doesn't shoot enough threes. It was shocking to me.
She
Oh, I
my
love
gosh.
it.
Yeah, it was so good. And it went down to the last shot. Jonquel missed the last shot that would have given her the win. But also shout out to Alicia who got $110,000 that night. I think she won like $55,000 for winning each of those challenges.
Wow.
And I think
Didn't
her
know that.
her salary is like something like 185, so she pretty much like doubled
It's
her
like
salary.
bonus. We should have this All-Star game twice.
Right? And then another fun fact, I know we're all getting so pumped for the Olympics. This is the first Olympics in history to have an equal number of male and female athletes. How cool is that?
How cool is that?
That's amazing. I'm so psyched.
That is so cool, and thanks, Wheels, for those
Yeah.
picks. And we miss you. That is exciting.
Yeah.
We were like a bunch of little kids around my desk the other day. There was like 5 of us, and we started talking about the Olympics.
Yep.
And we were all giddy. We're just
Absolutely.
so giddy.
I'm ready.
Now, I was trying to look at a schedule today.
Yeah.
And I just got confused because all I was doing at first was looking for swimming and gymnastics. Couldn't find it.
Yeah.
I know basketball pretty much covers most of the Olympics. Track and field is always that second week.
Yeah.
Am I right in saying that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Swimming.
Swimming.
Gymnastics will be around
Yep.
the middle of the week. Shout out to Coco Gauff and LeBron James.
Yes, who
will
are
be toting the U.S. flags.
Yep. I love that.
I like it.
I love that.
I like it. I've probably watched a half a dozen times just because it kept coming on. But it was neat to watch them announcing it
Yep.
to the U.S. men's basketball team. And LeBron looked a little humbled. And, we talked about him a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not a fan of LeBron James, but he's a good dude.
He is. He is.
And you know what? In the warm-up, tune-up games they've had, he's the best player out there.
Oh, easy.
By far,
Easy.
best player.
Easy.
And that's really cool to say at 39. Because, 39 to me is so freaking young, but I understand professional athletes.
Right.
I get it.
Just a different. The knees,
39.
man.
39
Yeah.
and doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he has the little shoulder shrug thing. NBA Live was trying to do it today when I was watching. It's 3 females on the set, which is fabulous. And he's having fun, and they're feeding off of him.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards, is like a little kid. So when he's doing his shoulder shrug, then Ant-Man starts doing it.
Yep.
And there's nobody throwing down dunks harder than LeBron and Ant-Man. They're going to be fun to watch.
So fun.
They're going to be fun. The women are going to be fun. Everything is going to be fun to watch. What is the one thing, CB, and I know we talked about it last week, where you're like, let's just say you're working a 12-hour day, CB, but you're like, I have to get home to watch.
Oh,
what can you not miss? Even though
Simone Biles.
Simone Biles.
Live.
I'm talking live, obviously.
Yeah, I
'cause
mean,
you can put it in your library, you can watch it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I mean, the part that sucks is they're in Paris, so they're like 5 or 6 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
So basically all of the like primetime events will be happening at like 2, 3 in the afternoon. So that sucks.
How are we going to focus at work?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's
Those are
that,
long days.
and it's the MLB trade deadline. All at the same time.
Oh, yes.
The Olympics and the MLB trade deadline.
Oh, my gosh.
Which we'll talk about in a little bit here, but it's a fun time.
I'm so excited.
Fun time.
What about you?
Simone Biles, definitely.
Yep.
Katie Ledecky is my
Yes.
other fave.
Absolutely.
I cannot, and it was when Michael Phelps was doing what Michael Phelps does.
Yep.
I could not miss him either.
Yep.
I mean, I just glued.
So swimming starts the 27th. That's when their qualifier or their heats go, and then gymnastics, the women's gymnastics, because that's the only thing I care about. The trials, whatever it is, starts on the 27th.
Okay.
So
And I got to get into the track and field, but I'm like so set on swimming, basketball, gymnastics, and then we go to the track and field because we can't obviously miss Ellie St. Pierre.
no,
We can't.
absolutely.
I mean, that's huge. That's huge stuff. I'm going to give a shout out because I know you have one other picture, and I want to of Max Heiss from U32, just a junior. And we talked about last week Natalie Beauregard getting the Burlington Free Press top 17 female athletes in all of Vermont. Max made the Burlington Free Press top 12 male athletes in all of Vermont. I know I threw that out there last week, but we got a great picture of him to put up there. 3-sport athlete in soccer, hockey, and baseball. All Capital Division honors in soccer. In hockey, 32 goals, 34 assists, surpassing 100
Damn.
points, Times Argus Player of the Year, and let's not forget this, he's a junior.
That's amazing.
Baseball All Capital Division honor. Big, big, big shout out to Max Heiss. Vermont athletes going to the Paris Olympics.
Ooh, yeah. Let's talk about it.
Obviously, Ellie St.
St.
Pierre.
Pierre.
I will always call her Ellie Perrier because that's what maiden name. From Montgomery, Vermont, in the 1,500 meters, second trip to the Olympics. Ilona Mayer from Burlington, second trip to the Olympics. 3-sport athlete from Burlington High School, where she shined in field hockey, basketball, and softball. She is on the rugby team.
Oh, fun.
And William Bender from the town of Norwich will be in the crew rowing men's pair.
Rugby's going on like today, tomorrow. Like
Is it
it's
really?
like happening.
Okay, cool.
There's tons of
So,
rugby on the next couple of days.
Big, huge shout out to our Vermont athletes. And God, if I missed anybody, please just tell us. We're not sitting here knowing everything. We just want to talk sports. That's all we want to do. Mountaineers baseball. Why have we not gone to a game? Why have we not gone to the, help me here, the soccer league in Burlington?
Oh, the Vermont Green?
Mm-hmm. So Sarah Morrison last year told us how great Admin Kim went to a game this past Sunday.
Yeah.
Said it was fabulous.
Oh, that's awesome.
Couldn't wait to talk about it. And I'm like, why don't I go? Why don't we just make time on a Sunday? Because you love soccer.
I do love
And
soccer.
I could probably learn a lot. I think I'm digressing because we were talking Mountaineer baseball. So let's give a huge shout out. Monday, a sweep over Martha's Vineyard Sharks. 10-5, 8-2. Put them on an 8-game winning streak.
Solid.
Improved to 25-8. 25-8. I'm going to give some big shout outs in that doubleheader. Samuel Angelo was the star at the plate. Nearly hit for the cycle. I know you love this, CB. 3 for 3, double, triple, home run,
He got all the hard ones.
1 run scored, and 4 RBIs.
He got all the
There
hard
it is.
ones.
There it is. I'm like, CB's going to love this one. Mountaineer standout Max Jensen returned from a lengthy injury break and went 1 for 3, double 1 run scored, 1 RBI. So they're just getting stronger. Just getting stronger. Second game that day, Vermont's Tyler Gaines wound up going 2 for 2, double 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs. He has reached base in all 16 games he has played this summer. You got to love that.
That's amazing.
You just got to love that stuff. Okay, so we said 25-8. They played last night, the Bristol Blues, an 8-run 9th inning
Dang.
to give them their 9th win in a row, 9-game winning streak. They won that game 9-8. They are 26-8, and that locked them in to next month's NECBL postseason.
Awesome.
26-8. Obviously, they're in first place as well. So a huge shout out. Get up to the rec field in Montpelier and get to a Mountaineers game. I would love to say CB and I will be there, and Wheels, of course. But I don't know.
We have to get our act together.
We do have to get our act together. We just, I know CB, we work, and then we go, well, what are we doing now?
Oh, yeah. My brain is dead.
I mean, Wheels is up umpiring games, and, I'm just trying to get softball games in, but not playing. Trying to get on my bike more, though.
Solid.
Really trying to get on my bike more.
It's great for your knees.
I'm telling you, my body feels best when I get off the bike. Nina Otter today went not road biking. I don't think it was mountain biking either. What did she call it? It's similar to mountain biking, but it was the first time she got out on the bike this morning.
Oh.
So she's like really sad, Lori. It's July, but I'm like, it's okay. We still got like 3 months of good biking.
Absolutely.
Good biking weather. And then she proceeded to take a 15-minute break and go over to the turf and do push-ups and all this other stuff. Best thing I've seen or heard. CB, I started this a few weeks ago. I don't know why.
I love it.
It just sounded good to me. Bill Belichick was offered a job. As we were saying, he got no offers. Kyle Shanahan has gone public, and he's like, I reached out to him, and I said, join our 49er staff in whatever capacity you want. Because that's what you do when it's a legend coach.
Oh, absolutely.
He politely declined. I think at that moment, not sure, they hadn't even named a defensive coordinator yet. So he could have taken that.
Yep.
Is it his pride?
I was going to say, is it head coach or bust for him?
Because you can be a consultant, less pressure. You're around the game.
Absolutely.
You're with one of the best teams. Even if you recycle back into the next off season when, there's 5 coaching vacancies. Yes, and your name is staying out there. I know he'll be on a set. Is it Fox Sports?
Probably.
NFL Network, one of those. And if they win the Super Bowl, you look like the missing link.
Right, absolutely.
Because how many times have the 49ers been to an NFC championship game, been to the Super Bowl in the last 5 years, and they can't get it done?
Right.
If I'm Bill Belichick, I put my pride aside.
Oh, absolutely.
Put my pride aside, and I say, damn right.
Yeah.
I'll show up, and guess what? I'll show up when I feel like it, because I'm the legend.
Right.
Not me, Bill Belichick. And I will have my hands on the defensive side of the
Oh, absolutely.
which you can't go wrong.
Seems like a no-brainer.
No brainer. But he wanted to be in studio, less hectic, but he has already said, I'm not done.
Right. He wants to get back.
He's back in. So he will be recharged. But that was one of the best things I heard today. The other one, I said it to CB already, and this is for Wheels now. Really wish she was sitting next to me. But for those of us that just watch ESPN too much, I'm one of them. I always look at the bottom line, get home from work. Oh, hey, what's going on today in sports? I know I could pick my phone up, but the other day it said Daniel Jones is ready to go. It was like top news.
I got that notification too, and I was like, oh, Daniel Jones gets the green flag, whatever. Okay. I'm like, oh, gosh.
It's like we were talking
so
about
worried.
Tom Brady.
I was
the
so
way it kept
worried.
coming across top news. And I giggled. So it's not the best thing I heard or saw, but it made me laugh. It's the best thing that made me laugh. And I have to wait for Wheels to return before I give you guys my stats.
Yeah. You know what I
Daniel
saw?
Jones.
Nick Chubb coming back from surgery 8 months
Gruesome injury.
Yeah, gruesome. I thought it was season ending because it's the same knee. Like the same thing happened when he was in college.
He's already torn ACL twice.
Something like it's.
Two or three?
I swore
gruesome.
that it was
Career ending
career
is what
ending.
we all said.
There's a video that went viral of him squatting 500 pounds
Get
8
out.
months after surgery.
Because I'd have to look into. He had more than one surgery, I think.
Yes.
That is insane.
Insane.
And he's one of the
He's
class
a
acts
monster.
of the NFL. He is a monster. Okay, so let me ask you this: would you draft him on your fantasy team?
Oh, I don't
Not
know.
early.
Probably, definitely not early. The thing is, like
Round
a
10.
squat is nice because it's just you go right your center of gravity is right over should be over your legs.
Yep.
You just go down and
Yes.
you go up. Not a lot of like torque, right?
Right.
Which
right.
you
Torque's a
need.
good word.
Right?
Yes.
And so I would worry about how well his knee will hold up or how much he'll even trust his knee
Right.
to do those quick moves, right? Because it's just a totally different mechanic.
Yep.
So will he have his explosiveness doing that? I don't know.
Right. Hard to say.
Hard to say.
Very.
I would love to see him back and better than ever. Absolutely. I don't know if I draft him.
10th round, 10th or later.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd go 12 or later.
Yeah.
Because you want to see him on the field. You want to see him make a cut.
Yes.
How good is that knee? How much do you trust it?
Right. And I think it's a mental game, man.
Coming back from injuries like that, it is a mental
Right.
game. It
And-
100%.
and
do
after-
you trust it?
And not only that, but after an injury like that, like even a small injury, right?
Right.
And if anything, that play of all the plays that they that they took away, that play is still legal.
Right.
Right. That straight into the knees. So I don't know.
Every time,
I would
and
be
I
so
think
scared.
defensive players have gotten better at not going for the horse collar anymore.
Right.
But we understand it's a game.
Yeah.
And in that moment, when you're reaching,
Yeah.
when I do see that happen, I literally cringe.
Yep.
Every time. And I can still remember when Bo Jackson,
Yeah.
that tackle on him, and you're talking about one of the most amazing, brilliant careers on a baseball field and a football field. But that it makes me cringe every
Yeah.
time I see
Yeah.
them just kind of bending backwards,
Yeah.
and you know where it's all going.
Yep.
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful. I love the Nick Chubb. Thank you for that.
It was great.
Best thing I heard today, Tom Thibodeau. 3-year extension from the New York Knicks. Sorry, it's not easy to coach in New York.
Nope.
Philly.
It's brutal.
Are those the worst? New York, Philly.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It gotta be,
hands
right?
down. Hands down. Philly fans are fucking insane. They're insane. Do you remember when
insane.
when the Eagles won the Super Bowl? They were literally like lighting shit on fire.
You
Like
thought
it was
Philly was going up in flames.
it literally was going.
Yeah.
They were just lighting shit
Yeah.
on fire. Like I
Yeah.
remember them on the top of like the Macy's awning, just like throwing shit out. Like it was insane. Like a car was on fire. Like Philly
and that's
fans
after
are
winning the Super Bowl.
right, and they were happy.
Right.
That's them happy.
That's my point. They were happy. They're happy
So
fans.
they're insane.
So yeah, it's Thibodeau's done a great job
Yeah.
bouncing around the NBA. Not easy to coach
Nope.
at Madison Square.
Nope, not at all.
So a big shout out to him.
Good for him.
The other one is Alex Cora,
Oh boy.
Red Sox manager,
Yep.
who literally like a month, it was no more than a month ago,
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing on MLB, ESPN, he's in the final year of his 6-year
Mm-hmm. Yep.
contract.
Yep.
And they're probably not going to extend him because, well, Red Sox weren't doing anything.
Yep.
And boy, this is a make or break year, and just can't see him being extended. Month later, hottest team in baseball.
Oh, absolutely.
And talking about a 3-year extension, 24 mil.
My thing with the Red Sox, and we've talked about it, and yes, they're very hot right now. They got to do something at the trade deadline. Like they keep going like doing these, and we've had this conversation. They keep kind of going halfsies on, going out and buying the best thing that the best player that they can get to win now.
Yeah.
Versus let's sell and then just rebuild. The last 5 years they've been middling, and they haven't been successful. Now they're being successful.
Now they're being successful.
but
Jaron
it all comes back to the GM.
Duran. I watched again the other night. That kid is freaking good. Again, don't like to compare.
No.
Dustin Pedroia, though.
Nice.
Dustin
I
Pedroia.
like Pedroia. He was.
You look at them pound for pound.
I
and
loved
you
his
go,
game.
These smaller in stature guys,
But they're squirrely, man.
like Duran and Bobby Witt.
Yeah. Yes.
Their swing is so smooth, effortless.
Yep.
And Bobby Witt, last couple of nights, I swear, and
He's breaking records.
he's gone like 6 for 8 the last couple of
Yep.
nights. De La Cruz, the Reds,
Yes.
another couple of stolen bases today.
Oh my
As
gosh.
they destroyed the Braves 9-4 today. I think he had a stolen base yesterday. Couple of homers. I mean, these guys, they're not big guys,
Nope.
but you don't have to be.
No, not at all.
It's all in the swing. It's all in the mechanics. With that being said, I have to give a shout out to my mentor, boss, dear friend, Frank Pecora. CB will appreciate this. Went and had dinner with him last Friday night. Worked for him for 13, 14 years, 38 years at Northfield, winningest baseball coach in Vermont. Coached, just retired from coaching at Norwich baseball. Love the man. Life lessons I learned from him
Yeah.
are off the charts.
Oh,
I was the coach I was. I am the person I am because of him. I learned so much from him. Diehard Yankee fan from New York.
okay.
He's from
Solid.
New York, from Long Island, I believe. If it's not,
wait,
he's
is-
going to kick my tail. You're going to not like this. Diehard Yankee fan, baseball man through and through, genius, brilliant man. He should go coach, manage the Yankees anyway. But a huge Dallas Cowboy fan.
Ooh.
I let him know about you. And I sat down when I got to his house and I said, thinking of our convos,
Yeah.
and I go, what is the Yankees' biggest problem? Is it Cashman or is it Boone? And in strict New York frame of mind,
Yeah.
he said yes and yes.
Damn right. Damn right. I was wondering. I was like,
I should have videoed that conversation for CB.
why are you wearing a Yankees?
Yeah.
As the Mets fan, and the Mets just beat the Yankees last night. They've taken 3 out of 4
3 out of 4.
of the
Are you
Subway
sure?
Series.
It wasn't 3 out of 3?
Well, 3 out of 3, but they're probably tonight.
Yeah.
So not counting
So
tonight.
that's why I'm wearing
they-
a Yankees shirt.
So they have the potential to sweep the Yankees in the Subway Series.
So if Jen Estival's listening,
Ooh.
she's going to tell you that if I wear the apparel of a team, I bring them bad luck. I can't bring the Yankees any more bad luck.
No, they're.
So I'm doing reverse. I'm like, I'm going to help the Yankees.
Yep.
So
They
if
just
the
can't-
Yankees win tonight, you're welcome.
You know what? They can't hit a freaking thing. No
You're
one's
welcome.
hitting. No one's hitting except for, sometimes Soto, Judge, when they pitch to him because
Yeah.
there's no one behind him. So they're going to walk him every single time. I think last night he had one actual at bat because they were just walking him the whole time.
Cole's pitching.
Cole's pitching.
I believe his
Volpe-
last 2 outings have been his best. and
Volpe
he's
is maybe
just gonna get
waking
stronger.
up. The fact that DJ LeMahieu was freaking starting.
188. Did
He's
he not
useless.
start last night though, or the night before? I thought they had a platoon going at third, but maybe I read that wrong.
He's useless. Tom says Red Sox not so hot today, down 19-3 in the 7th.
Thank you, Tom. It was 8-1 in the third when I left,
Damn.
and I
Who are
never
they
count the
facing?
Red Sox out. Rockies.
Oh, wow.
Got to be at Colorado if the ball's just flying out of the park.
Yeah,
It's got to
probably.
be.
Yeah.
Because they were at, yes, they've been on the West Coast.
Okay. Damn.
And they did get swept by the Dodgers.
Yeah.
But it is the Dodgers.
Well, they're facing the Yankees, I think, this weekend, so they'll turn it around.
That's a big series.
They'll turn it around.
My last best thing I heard today, Brandon Graham, the defensive end from the Philadelphia Eagles, will be retiring at the end of this year after 15 years, I believe. 14 or 15 in an Eagles uniform.
Solid.
4th on the team in sacks. And let's not forget about the strip sack in the Super Bowl that solidified that win for the Eagles. That was indeed
Oh, wait.
Brandon Graham.
Sorry. I completely have been ignoring YouTube. Raphael Courtright? YouTube thumb 1. Let's freaking go Miami Dolphins.
Ding, ding.
He says,
Ding, ding.
Belichick, nah, goat with an asterisk. Oh.
Say that again.
Belichick, like Belichick.
Ah, gotcha.
A goat with an
Gotcha.
asterisk.
I like it.
Daniel Jones, Raphael, whoever you are, I love you. Tua had 29 TDs to 20 turnovers, 14 interceptions, and lost 6 fumbles. Imagine if Tua lost every football. 20,
Love a good Dolphin
29
fan.
touchdowns, 27 turnovers. Mark it, my butt.
My friend, I've been a Dolphin fan my whole life, and I cried for 24 hours in I don't know what year it was when the Raiders and John Madden and Ken Stabler, obviously I'm a lot older than CB, lost to the Raiders, but diehard my whole life.
Yeah. He said Bo Jackson was a bad man.
Bad. And I'm not going to say what CB said to me when I started working with her at the clinic when I said I was a Dolphin fan
Yeah.
and a Mets fan.
I asked, it was something along the lines of why.
Why?
Are you a
I know you're
masochist?
glutton for punishment.
Yep. Are you a masochist?
And I was like, oh, she's pegged me already, I guess.
And, one last one. He said,
Yeah.
Nick Foles, University of Arizona product.
Nice.
What for ton weight for Ton Tavern in 2025? Birthplace of Marine Corps. It's in Philadelphia. Construction should be completed in 2025.
Oh, great shout out.
Very cool.
Very, very cool. I love it.
Raphael, thanks for tuning in.
Yes, thanks for tuning in. Go Fins. The name of my fantasy football team is Fins Up. Just to throw that out there, too.
So there are other Dolphins fans.
There are. There really are.
Jen says, Lori with the attire drinks. I will let this one go, though.
Jen,
They
I
can't
can't
get
hurt 'em
worse
anymore.
They can't get worse, guys.
I can't hurt him anymore. I'm trying to help him here. I did have a Mets T-shirt on, and I changed out of it for the Yankee attire just to help you guys out. We're already done a half. We're going to obviously talk about NFL training camps opened. Was it today? This week? I think it was today. All 32 teams. As I left the house, I was watching Aaron Rodgers. Why? Why did NFL Live have to put Aaron Rodgers on first?
Did you see the ranking of the 2023 top 100 NFL players?
I started to watch it. I haven't seen it all.
He was at like 92.
I did see that.
Or
Thank
94.
You for pointing that out.
Whatever
he was in the 100 to the 90 to 100 range.
Yeah.
Yes.
What the hell? He played
giggled.
4 minutes.
I giggled. I'm like, why?
He
is
didn't
in
even
there?
have a completion.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's
So we titled the show "Holding In or Holding Out." That's about camp holdouts, hold in, which was what they were calling it on NFL Live. But I am going to say that we talked about it being trade deadline coming up. I hear that the Cincinnati Reds are looking to. Obviously, they're right in the thick of the wild card,
Right.
but their depth is in the bullpen. So they've got, I believe, Buck Farmer, Lucas Sims, and Justin Wilson. Those are 3 names you might hear. Bullpen help that is out there
God,
from the
Yankees do
Reds. I
something.
know the Yankees are looking
Yankees
for bullpen
do something.
help. So keep Farmer, Sims, and Wilson in mind because that's the strength of the Reds. I do know that the Yankees are looking for outfield help as well.
the Yankees are?
The Yankees are offense, I
Okay.
should say, another
Okay.
bat.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But they're now willing in the last week, Jason Dominguez and Spencer Jones, who are their top 2 prospects, they are now willing to part with them.
Jesus Christ.
Their 2022 number 25 overall pick was
Why are you getting rid of Dominguez?
right? And
Why are-
Jones you don't want to either.
No, but
This kid's a 5-tool stud. And they both play center field. You can obviously
Right.
shift them. But the fact that they both play center field. So I had to tell you that, CB, because if they do trade for them, just putting them on out there as we are now willing to part with one of our top prospects, I'm like, no, don't do it.
don't you dare.
So those
Oh
are the
my
names at the trade
gosh.
deadline.
I hate most trades that the Yankees make.
Right?
They're terrible.
Arazarena from the Tampa Bay Rays and Roberts Jr.,
Arozarena?
Luis Roberts Jr., the
Yeah.
outfielders, I
Yeah.
believe, from the Rays. Dodgers are hunting those 2 names
Yo, I
down.
love a Rosarena.
Me too.
He's so fun to watch.
I'm like, if
he's
the Dodgers get him.
he's so athletic.
Yeah. And why would Tampa Bay do that? I mean, they may not be in it this year, but you don't trade him. You
No.
don't trade one of the faces
The faces.
of
I mean,
your franchise.
they've also been through some stuff.
So those are the 3 tidbits I'm going to throw out there as the trade deadline is right around the corner.
Do you think the Orioles are going to make any moves?
You know, I don't know. I mean, they're so loaded.
They
They
are.
can just look at their AAA, AA, and
That's
bring
true.
up anyone.
That's true.
the person that who was Chris Sale pitching for last year? Was it the Red Sox?
Was I don't think so.
Somebody's got to chime in and tell us. I know he was
he's
battling injuries as well.
He's always injured.
But that was the other thing on Best Thing I Saw is the dude for the Braves is 13-3 on this season.
He's great.
2.8
Like he's
ERA.
got nasty stuff. It's
When
just
healthy.
he's just got the worst luck. I remember
Yep.
like he came back from an injury, pitched one game, faced the Yankees, got a line drive hit off of his hand, and then
I
went
remember
back
that.
on the
Yep.
IL.
Yep.
Like he's got nasty stuff.
13-3.
He's just always injured.
sick.
That's amazing.
And I couldn't remember. I'm like, I thought it was the Red Sox, but I do
Yeah.
know he was injured as well. And the Braves are having the worst luck ever, but Chris Sale
Yeah.
is having the best luck this
Yeah.
year. God bless him. God bless him. All right, so hold in, hold out. Jordan Love. He is holding in,
Yep,
meaning he
yep.
has reported, but
Yep.
he is declining to practice until he gets the deal.
Yeah.
I do believe he will be the next one. It's a race between him and Tua as to who gets
The big contract.
the next big contract.
Yep.
And we know these quarterbacks are in the 50 to 55 mil range.
Oh yeah. Quarterbacks are just insane.
You as a GM, CB, who are you giving a contract to first, Jordan Love or Tua?
Oh Jesus.
It's okay. Us Dolphin fans we're okay.
Yeah,
We're
I was
okay.
gonna say Jordan Love, just because there's been so much talk of are the Dolphins even in on Tua long term. So
I'm the one that just said, well, my gut's like, are they going after Dak Prescott at the
Right.
end of the year?
right,
Does Dak not get signed?
right,
He's in the last year. Does Tua not get signed in the last year? Do they swap teams?
that would be wild.
I mean, that's just me just
I'd probably go.
ruffling feathers here.
Yeah. What about you? Who would you give?
Who would I sign 1st? Jordan Love.
Yeah,
And I'm a Dolphin fan.
yeah,
So Tua has reported seeking a new contract as well, final year of his rookie deal. But he's there. He's in the building. He's doing 7-on-7. Will not do 11-on-11. Jordan Love's not doing anything, not picking up a football. Can't blame him at all. Tua at least is on the field talking about quarterbacks. The last thing I heard before I came here tonight was Trent Williams, the offensive tackle who
Yep.
I think is the best offensive tackle in
Yep.
football. Heart and soul of the 49ers
Yep.
line.
Is he sitting?
Christian McCaffrey and Brock Purdy,
Is he sitting?
he is holding out as of today. He is signed through 2026. He is making $21 million.
Oh, come on.
But hey, everybody's doing it, CB.
He's signed through 2026.
So that, and the funny thing that NFL Live said was, don't worry, GM John Lynch is on the phone. I mean, he's the heart and soul of that offensive line. Christian McCaffrey is a stud, but Trent Williams is a hole grader.
Yeah.
And that's why Brock Purdy is upright.
Right.
So that's the one I heard today. Alvin Kamara is holding out as well. He is one of the highest paid running backs. But he's just looking for a little bit more money because I think he feels like this could be his last year with the Saints. That one kind of surprised me.
Yeah.
Brandon Ayuk has reported. Obviously, we know he's been seeking a new deal from the 49ers.
Right, but I don't think he's
He's not practicing.
right.
Same boat as Jordan Love.
Not surprised.
So holding in, but holding out.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Hassan Reddick, who was one of the top edge rushers for the Eagles last year, traded to the Jets around the NFL draft, has been holding out since April, since being traded. He's probably the Jets' top edge rusher. So that's one to keep an eye out
I
on.
can't
You
believe
trade
like
for
this
the
is
guy.
this is the time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So I'm like,
The Jets need him.
the Jets need him. The
He's
Jets
got
gotta
he's
get
got
him
he's
in.
got all the leverage.
And the last one I'm going to talk about in holding out, holding in, that everybody is talking about
Yep.
is indeed CeeDee
CeeDee
Lamb.
Lamb. Yep.
He is holding out. I don't blame him.
No.
He is in the final year of his rookie deal, set to make $18 million this year in the final year of his rookie deal. We also know that Micah Parsons, I think, is in camp.
Yes.
But him and Dak both, but they are also seeking
They're-
new deals
yep.
as well.
Yep.
For every time CeeDee Lamb does not show up, it's $40,000. That is what he could get fined. But because he's in the final year of his rookie deal, the Cowboys can waive that. They have the right to waive that. I learned that recently. So you're getting fined $40,000. They could waive that because you're in the final year of your rookie deal. All the cards, you might as well take all your chips. CeeDee Lamb's all in. Everything is in his corner.
His stock has never been higher.
So I ask you this. What are the Cowboys going to do if CeeDee Lamb is not wearing that star helmet? And CB, do they have a chance? Do they have a chance at just winning the NFC East
Without
CeeDee Lamb?
without CeeDee? No. He was their whole offense last year.
Right.
The whole offense.
Right. So what is Jerry Jones
He's
waiting
a
for?
freaking idiot.
This is the no-brainer contract.
He's an idiot.
Of all,
You keep him.
so the longer this plays out,
Yeah.
this soap opera just plays out.
Right.
CeeDee Lamb's holding all the cards.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Justin Jefferson, $35 million. AJ Brown,
Yep.
$32 million.
Yep.
Tyreek Hill, $30 million. Amon-Ra, AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson got their deals this offseason. Amon-Ra and Tyreek Hill, $30 million. What is he waiting for?
He's right up there with them. Two things. Apparently, Sale was in the Red Sox last year.
That was okay.
And breaking from Jen, Kennedy is transferring to Texas Tech.
Texas Tech?
Yep.
Okay. I'm speechless. I mean, good job.
Yeah.
You didn't pick Oklahoma or Texas.
I was going to say, it's not Oklahoma.
Texas Tech.
At least it's not Oklahoma. So Wheels will be at least sane.
All right, Jen. Now let us know in the top 25
Oh,
teams.
NIL deal worth 7 figures.
Really?
Get it. Get that money. Get that money.
Jen Esteville, good place for her to be.
And honestly, especially for softball, you get the money now.
I don't know a lot about Texas Tech softball. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm always going to be transparent.
Yeah.
Always going to be 100% transparent.
I have no idea.
Texas Tech. We should be texting Wheels right now and letting her know that. She's going to go, what?
I think she'll be happy. At least she's not.
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's great.
But random.
Yeah.
But I mean the
Just
NIL
didn't see
deal.
it coming.
But that NIL deal.
Yeah, that NIL deal. I mean, a lot of it of me was pulling for UCLA because that's where my softball heart is. So thank you for the breaking news because we've been waiting.
New coach is Jerry Glasgow.
Okay, so Texas Tech is going to...
They're going in.
They've already made
They're
a
going
bang.
in. They're going in.
Oh, this is fun. Thanks, Jen, for that. And just 30 more seconds. I don't know what Jerry Jones is waiting for.
Oh, yeah, he's an idiot.
Everybody got their big deals,
Give him
35,
30.
32, 30 mil. If you look at a mock fantasy draft, the first receiver going all the time is CeeDee Lamb.
Do it.
And I know that we're talking Justin Jefferson. We're talking Tyreek Hill. We're talking Amon-Ra. They got their deals.
Give him $30 million.
I think Adam Schefter is about to, his eyeballs are going to pop out of his head if I listen to the man anime.
Yep.
It's the no-brainer contract.
Yep.
Yes, all those other receivers I just said deserve their contracts too. But the no-brainer was CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
And I'll go so far as to say, I can't remember who said, I don't think it was Louis Riddick, said if he were on the Bengals or the Cardinals, we would be screaming at those two franchises and going, what are you doing?
Right.
But he has the star on his helmet, so he just kind of...
No.
But I think our eyeballs are popping out of our head.
But
We're
I mean,
like, what's happening?
You know what? As a Giants fan,
right?
Sit. Wait till you get paid.
Right?
No rush.
I mean, who
No
are you going to
rush,
throw to?
Lamb.
Brandon Cooks? Michael Gallup left as a free agent. Jake Ferguson, to me, is your best pass catcher. He's a second-year tight end. Second-year tight end.
Yeah.
Made some noise as a rookie tight end last year. You don't have Tony Pollard to throw it to out in the flat.
Nope.
Your main running back is Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, I'll give him 900 to 1,000 yards rushing, but he's your goal line back.
Yeah.
Who are you throwing the damn ball to? I don't get it.
No.
I'm dumbfounded.
I'm astonished.
Anyways, so there's our portion of holding in, holding out, and the one person holding out is the most important person to their team right now. Don't want to take anything away from Jay Love and Tua. Those guys, you guys are equally as important. But I do think those two deals will get done as well.
yeah, I think so too.
They were speaking glowingly about Tua on NFL Live today because he is the leader. He is the face of the franchise, and him and Coach Mike McDaniels, they get
along.
It
close.
works. Those two work well together, and I'll just say this: it's very important that your head coach and quarterback work well together.
Yeah.
And I continue to look. When I say that in my head, I see Sean Payton and Russell Wilson. And
Yes.
all I saw last year was Sean Payton degrading Russell Wilson.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Mike Tomlin's not going to do that to Russell Wilson. So,
Not at all.
any hoot. Any other football stuff you want to throw out before we go to Six Pack?
Have you seen Brian Dable lately?
No, why?
He lost a ton of weight.
Did he really? Good
He
for
lost
him.
a ton of weight. He looks good.
Good for him. Oh, I'm getting text messages from Jody Wheeler. I don't think it's about. Oh, Wheels knows. I had to look. Oh, Jen put it out there to her.
Okay.
Thank you, Jen. That was not one of the choices I had. Those are Wheels words. But just glad it's not OU.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Jen, for getting that out there. Wheels, that's important stuff. She will break that one down big time
Oh, yeah.
next Wednesday as to where did that come from and what is happening.
Money.
Money. But you know what? CB, it's so great just to see camp open.
Yes.
This is the week.
I'm so excited.
And all I do, and even if I have never cheered for the New York Jets or New England Patriots as a Dolphin fan, you just don't want anyone to get hurt.
Right.
And I cringe when I see, breaking news, and it's always breaking news out of this camp. Just everybody, just be careful.
Right.
Wear those,
No rush.
those foam helmets that protect. Hey, have you watched The Receiver yet on Netflix?
No,
Okay,
I
just
haven't.
let me know.
I know. I was
Let
watching.
the podcast know when you start
I was
watching.
watching the Simone Biles.
It's just, and that's the other one. That's the one I have to.
The
I think I
Receiver is
have
next.
an episode or two left. Just really fun. I just love watching stuff like that. I like the Receiver one better than the quarterback one Netflix had. And you really get to learn a lot about these receivers / tight ends. I think, so it's Amon-Ra, Justin Jefferson, George Kittle, Debo. Who am I leaving out? I hate it when I leave somebody out. Justin, Devontae Adams.
Nice lineup.
Yep. And I always start to gravitate towards one because you're really getting to know them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they're making it look good. They know the cameras are on.
Right.
George Kittle, I just want to party with you one time. Freaking me, I just want to party with you and your wife one time.
Yep.
Or your entire family.
Yeah.
On the George Kittle bus.
Yep.
I mean, it's so freaking cool. Debo, he's a stud. I mean, they're all studs. But just watching, he's hard to bring down.
Really?
He really is. And, just watching the highlights, the game film. And, we're playing so-and-so this Sunday. And just watching him and Kittle, they just go off.
Yeah.
That 49er offense is scary.
It
Amon-Ra, pound for pound, the toughest
Love him.
receiver out there.
100%.
And watching him take some hits, holy crap.
He's just
watching Justin Jefferson take some hits. I love JJ because I love all of them because they just want to be out there. And I don't want to give it away. It just they get hit freaking hard.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of injuries, and they battle through those injuries.
Right. Especially because they got momentum when they're getting hit, man.
Devontae Adams, love the guy. Just needs somebody to throw him the ball.
Yes.
And it was hard watching his 2023 season. And that's all I'm going to say because I could go on and on, but everybody tune into The Receiver on Netflix. George Kittle, a madman. I'm just going to draft him in fantasy just because I love the guy.
That's amazing.
I had him on my team last year. I traded him.
Yep.
He wasn't doing anything for like the first 4 weeks. So anyways, CB and I are going to do our 6-pack, our Whiteboard Wednesday 6-pack of questions. I don't want to confuse you, CB, but most of them are going to be NFL wise.
Okay.
The first one is going to be, who do you think this 2024 season, quarterback only, will exceed expectations?
Let's see.
So, I mean, we can talk it through. We can base it on last year. That's what I'm basing it on. Which one of these quarterbacks is going to exceed expectations from last year? Jordan Love is in there. I've got 3.
Yep.
I will even give you stats.
Yep.
Over 4,000 passing yards,
Yep.
32 touchdowns,
Yep.
and just 11 interceptions.
Yep.
Russell Wilson, over 3,000 yards passing, 26 touchdowns. I love this stat. Only 8 interceptions.
That's awesome.
Bryce Young,
Okay. I like that.
almost, I'm just going to give him 2,900 passing yards, 11 TDs, and 10 interceptions. So are we going to say they're exceeding their stats from last year? Or no, we're going to go exceeding their stats. Let's
Exceeding
just do
their
that.
stats?
Exceeding their stats.
I mean, out of all those, you'd hope. Well, okay, Wilson's in a much better situation.
Right.
He's in a much better situation.
Right.
Love the Packers did some. They picked up some stuff.
Yeah.
Some players. But I hope Young does well.
So that's
this
who
year.
I went. I went Bryce Young.
Yeah. I would love to see him.
Love,
do well.
it's going to be hard. I mean, those were
Yeah.
some phenomenal
Those were some
stats.
great stats.
I do think Love's going to go
He'll
over
still-
4,000. I think Russell Wilson's going to,
I think they'll meet those.
yes.
They'll definitely
Yes.
meet those.
And what I like is Coach Dave Canales, the new head
Yeah.
coach of the Panthers, who was the offensive coordinator
Mm-hmm.
for the Bucs last year. And I really think he was so integral in Baker Mayfield having
Yep.
the season he had.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think, I
Absolutely.
still think Baker deserved the money. He's still going to be solid. But I think Canales is going to do wonders.
I'm excited for him.
They've got a lot of receivers in that receiver room in Carolina, and they've got 2 solid running backs, one
Yep.
being a rookie. Jonathan Brooks is coming back from the ACL, though, from the University of Texas. I think he was our 2nd-round pick for Carolina. So there's the weapons are there.
Yeah.
And Canales is going to do wonders for Bryce Young. And I want to see Bryce Young. I want to see all of them succeed. I mean, who are we kidding? But being the number 1 pick,
Yep. A lot of pressure.
oh my
Lot of
God,
pressure.
CB, there's 50 pounds of weight. There's an
And
ape on your shoulders.
Especially as a quarterback in football where you're literally
Yep.
just going from college to the NFL.
Yep.
Where you have it's
Yep.
and the quarterback, it just requires so much head to
Yep.
like brain, eyes.
The kid
It's not
has
just
it
this-
too
yeah.
above the shoulders.
Yeah.
You know me and my above the shoulders with quarterbacks.
Yep.
He's got it.
Yeah, it just the NFL
got
just goes on a different level. So you have to give them 3
Speed
years.
and strength.
Right? You have to give them 3 years
Yep,
to
you
really
do.
see.
CJ Stroud was just, that doesn't
Yeah,
happen
no,
often.
not at all.
And, maybe CJ Stroud doesn't hit the expectations.
No, I'm jumping
But-
on that bandwagon
But
again.
how does he not?
Look at
Okay.
this team.
So, who is going to underperform this year from last year's stats?
Okay.
And you'll understand when I say the 3. So, Justin Herbert passed for over
Okay.
around 3,200 passing yards, 20 TDs, and just 7 interceptions. Baker Mayfield passed for over 4,000 yards,
Ooh.
28 TDs, and just 10 interceptions. And Kirk Cousins, obviously,
Yeah.
this is through
Yeah.
8 games.
Yep.
So I'll double it.
Yep.
I'll
Yeah.
double it.
Yeah.
So he would have passed for over 4,000 yards.
Mm-hmm.
He would have passed for around 36 touchdowns
Mm-hmm.
and 10 interceptions. Who underperforms last year's stats this year?
Yo, we have some quarterbacks who are taking care of the ball.
Right?
Those are
look
impressive.
at that. 7
Those are impressive.
interceptions for Herbert, 10 for Baker.
Yeah.
And Kirk Cousins through 8 games only had 5.
That's amazing.
Right? And Russell Wilson only 8, but Sean Payton kept screaming at him. So who
You look-
underperforms?
You look at his actual Russell Wilson stats and you're like, what? Oh, anyways. I know Wheels would say Herbert.
I am going to go Baker.
I was gonna go Baker.
You're
I
going
know,
Baker?
yeah, because I know Wheels will go Herbert. I have a feeling she'd go Herbert, but I don't know if he can do it again, right?
I don't know if he can do that. The 4,000.
Yeah.
It's the 4,000 one.
Yep.
I still think he'll pass for around 25, 30 TDs. The thing that scares me with him is those 10 interceptions. Do they become 18?
Right.
Did he learn?
Right.
Or does he get, I hate for lack of better terms, reckless again with the football?
Right.
Does
so
he get reckless?
so yeah, he's just
Scares me.
like what year? What's the outlier for him?
Right.
Like, was last year the outlier, or
Right.
was
Right.
were the other years the outliers? Right.
And he learned a lot, got his big contract.
Yep.
He's got weapons.
yeah.
Rashad White's in his backfield. You have got Mike Evans, going to be a buck for life, and Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
You've got some weapons. So just be.
Don't
I hate saying this.
don't
but just,
force it.
Yeah, don't be
Like,
reckless.
Yeah. Don't force it.
Yep. And I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised with Herbert. We know Harbaugh, Jimbo's a run first guy. And there's, yes, Keenan Allen left, Mike Williams left, Gerald Everett left, excuse me. And they're young at that position. I still think Glad McConkey's going to have like 100 targets thrown his way. They're young.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still think Justin Herbert will exceed the 31, 20, and 7. I'm not the interceptions.
Yeah.
The 31,000 passing,
Yeah.
3,100 and 20.
Yeah. That's
I do.
hard. That's hard to keep those interceptions
I
that
still
low.
think he surpasses that though this year.
Yeah.
I do, and he's just going to he's going to take care of the ball, but he did last year anyways.
Yeah.
I just think the young receivers are going to step up, and we're going to be pleasantly surprised
That'll be fun.
because he's got a stable of running backs, but
Yeah.
it's a Gus Edwards, it's a J.K. Dobbins coming from the Ravens over. Dobbins gets hurt a lot. I hope he doesn't.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's a
we're
long
both going to
season.
go Baker,
Yeah.
and we both went Bryce. What quarterback, and I read this on CBS, and I'm only going to give the top 20. I'm going to just give us the top 3.
Okay.
What quarterback has the best setup, meaning
Yep.
weapons
Yep.
around him,
Yep.
offensive line?
Yep.
So the top 3 on CBS was Jalen Hurts with Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, and Saquon Barkley. Brock Purdy with Christian McCaffrey,
That is
Debo,
smart.
George Kittle, and Ayuk.
Right.
And don't forget the offensive line factored
Yep.
into this. Jared Goff with David Montgomery,
Yep.
Jameer Gibbs, Amon Ra, and Sam Laporta. Who has the best setup? And we could go. We could go any.
Any of
Ready?
them. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. I love that we went opposite. I am giving the Lions the edge because of their offensive line.
Yeah.
They have the best offensive line in football. And I know Trent Williams is really not going to hold out. But you can't go wrong.
No.
Sorry, Philly fans.
Yeah, you worry about Philly without what's his face? The center.
Oh, Kelsey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You worry about because
Jason.
he's been the staple.
And now I'm going to go fantasy football. Which running back, because these are the top 3 going off the board in fantasy land. But in PPR leagues, which running back ends 2024 with the most receptions?
Oh, okay.
PPR leagues, this is huge. Brees Hall, Bijan Robinson, or Christian McCaffrey. I'm obviously giving us the top 3. Oh, I'm so torn.
Oh man, this
Oh,
is
I'm so
you
torn.
have some tough questions today.
These ones are fun.
Oh no, I think I'm still.
Whoops, can't spell.
Are you putting them in order?
No, but we can discuss the order. I am going with Easy Breeze.
Oh, okay. I
Brees
was like,
Hall.
I'm still going with CMC.
You're going with CMC.
I know he's got.
I think Brees Hall surprisingly was so effective coming back from the ACL last year, and I think he was close to 50
Did he?
receptions.
I didn't even realize he had that many receptions.
Dude is you shoot him out of a cannon. The only thing I worry about
That's so
with
hot.
Christian is, or CMC is there's so
The
many
other,
weapons.
the other targets. I know.
Bijan Robinson could be the one though.
Yeah.
You've got Drake London. You've got Kyle Pitts. Again, it's the new coaching staff.
Yeah.
They're just going to feed and pepper him out in the flat.
Well, I mean, why
So,
not?
You can't go wrong
No.
in Fantasyland,
No.
especially in a PPR league.
Oh man.
Any.
Those are some tough questions.
This one you're going to have to kind of. This is a fifth question. I don't know if it's fair because I got to look at. I think it is. I think it is. I'm talking myself out of it, but I'm not gonna. Who, when the Olympics 2024 Olympics are all said and done, who goes home with the most medals? Katie Ledecky or Simone Biles?
Ooh.
That's fair, right?
I think it'll be Ledecky. I just think she's doing more events.
That's where I was going. I'm like, so
Yeah.
it's the events. You got the team. You got
Yeah.
all around. Is Simone Biles in all of the? Because you can.
I mean, she's definitely going to
The
do
individuals
I have a
as
feeling
well?
she'll definitely do floor and vault.
Okay,
I don't know if she's doing all of them.
so it's kind of fair to say.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Ledecky.
I'm going Ledecky.
Okay, so we're both going Ledecky.
Yeah. Because there's no
And it's the more events. That's what
Yeah.
helped me. Like, do I ask
Yep.
this question? Do I not?
Yeah,
So we're both gonna go Ledecky.
yeah.
How many do you think she brings home?
How
I don't
many
know how
events is
many
She's in
events.
so many events. I remember
Okay.
looking this up. She's in so many events.
So
she actually
Simone,
had to
though-
pull out of one event because she's just doing so many events.
Right. So Simone, though, all around team, and then you think she'll do 2 of the individual events.
Yeah, at least, because
Okay.
those are her 2 strongest.
Okay.
Those are the ones I think she's had moves
Yep.
named after her.
And I had
in
to
the
put it
vault.
out there because we
Yeah.
just both said we
Yeah.
can't miss
But
watching
I'm
these
really
two.
hoping she looks so much like in a better happier in
Yes.
a better place.
So much happier.
And after watching the documentary, I just am hoping
Can't wait.
like I'm just pulling for her so
And
much.
Can I ask you this? It's a 2-parter,
Yeah,
right? The
it's just 2
documentary.
episodes. Yeah, so
But
the
it's
first
one
part
now and one after
Yep.
the Olympics.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. And Netflix,
so
correct?
good. Yep.
Okay. Last question of the 6-pack, and perfect way to wrap up our show. Mm-hmm. First pitch is at 7 p.m. tonight. Who wins, Mets or Yankees?
Go Mets. Oh. But you know why?
Are we reverse psychologying here?
No.
Come on.
You know why?
Met fan,
Because
Yankee fan.
because yes, Cole has had one good game, but he gives up the home run.
Yeah.
Like all of the pitchers, all of the starting pitchers for the Yankees have been, if they give up a hit, it's like a home run for some reason over the last whatever many weeks.
But not a big hitting home run lineup from the Mets. Well,
There's
Lindor
more,
and the polar bear.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
and no one on the Yankees are so no matter how well Cole pitches.
Pitches.
No one's hitting on the Yankees. No one's hitting. They're just going to keep walking Judge because no one else is hitting behind him.
Jen, who wins tonight? Mets, Yankees.
I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be a low-scoring, close game.
Any bets you're doing? Anything on
I
tonight's
do
game?
have some bets going.
You do?
I do have some bets going.
Okay, so next Wednesday, let us know if you won those
I
bets.
did some parlays.
You did some. I
Because
love the parlays.
The
Don't
parlays
dare to
are
do them, but I love the parlays.
are fun
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
good because I got really good odds on as much as I don't think the Yankees are gonna hit because they haven't been hitting.
Right.
I have some really
Right.
good odds on a couple of they have to. Jen says Mets because you have a Yankee shirt on.
I knew it. I was almost gonna call that one out before she answered.
Yeah. But so I got really good odds on a couple of Volpe's been hitting okay, so I
Yep.
gave
Yep.
him, and then Torres has been hitting okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a couple of really good odds on a couple of hits. So
Nice.
and
Nice.
then
All right, you guys heard it here. CB said Mets.
I think the
I
Mets have
said
taken it.
Yankees. We won't bet on dinner quite yet because that's going to be the Daniel Jones one that
When was
you
the
got to
last
tune in
time-
next Wednesday to hear.
When was the last time Mets swept the Subway Series?
Yeah, that's a great question. We got to do some little Google search on that
Yeah.
because it's been a long time, my
Long
friend.
time.
Long time. So that wraps it up. Just a little overtime, not much tonight. Enjoy the Olympics. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Watch some MLB. Keep an eye out on the trade deadline. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next Wednesday at 5 p.m. I think we're going to shift to 5 p.m.
I like it.
I like the 5 p.m. slot. So enjoy the Olympics and have a great weekend and keep reaching for the stars. Have a great week.